All right, well, that's good. Okay. The question of the day is who is going to be winning these hypothetical matchups? I'm going to be putting names on the screen, and we're going to be looking and seeing who is going to be winning these potential matchups that we honestly might be seeing in the future at some time. But yeah. Walaikum salam, man. How you doing, brother? How you doing, bro? Is this live? This is live. This is live, yeah. This is live, yeah. UFC Montana 321. Montana? Where is Montana? Montana. Bordered Ohio? Oh, it's right on the border? Okay. Okay, nice one. 170 Chimaev versus current Gaziev, unironically. You Canadian? Nah, hey, bud. Canada, bud? Yo, this place is wacko, bud, eh? 170 Chimaev versus Gaziev? Oh, Chimaev, easily. Chimaev, if we're talking like prime Chimaev, ban the fake me from your Discord. There's a fake you. How do I know which one's the real you, which one's the fake you? Montana's the South? I just searched it up. Montana's not the South. There's a fake honeycomb. Honeycomb is the name? Oh, okay. I see it. Oh, no, this Miller. But a goon to the Apex Legends you have stream? Okay. Okay. Do we want to go through some matchups and see? Your boy Chimaev will get cooked in the press conference. Prepare to watch him cry. That's just not going to happen. Drickus is going to be so afraid he won't even dare. Drickus won't even dare mention Chimaev's history. I guarantee you, Drickus is going to be the most chill guy and have nothing to say about Chimaev. I guarantee you it. And I think if Drickus dares to say something, we will make sure he doesn't make it out of that arena. Okay? Without any bumps and bruises. Okay? I thought you were American, but when you didn't know where Montana was, I wasn't sure. Bro, but just because, dude, American's geography is like the worst geography ever. Literally the worst geography ever. Go to any sort of, maybe I just look like somebody who knows geography, so I appreciate that, but go to so many places in the U.S., you ask them where other states are, they probably don't know. They probably barely know where their city is, you know what I mean? That's like one of the things that's like known about American people. They got no sense of geography. Drake is going to sound like a kid trying to insult a grown-up. So true. He's going to try to hit Chimaev with the, oh, you ran away from Chechnya to Sweden. And then Chimaev's going to say something like, you kiss your coach. I think, why don't fighters ever bring that up to Drickus? Drickus talks about all this stuff. I would just nonstop, anytime Drickus Duplessis goes towards something personal, just say, bro, you kiss your coach. You literally make out with your coach on the cam, 4K. I would wear one of those watches that are also a chain, and I'd be like, yeah, you know what? This is you making out with your coach. Well, Son did that, but it didn't work out well. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Did backfire. But Sean has a lot of trauma. Like, this guy was, gotcha. I'm an unk, so from a different world. You're an unk. If you're calling yourself an unk, we're not from that far of different worlds. I just heard John Jones is gay. You just heard John Jones is gay? Well, I think it's confirmed at this point. John Jones does like men. The things he's doing in Russia, I truly think it's the drugs and the steroids that are getting to his brain. Drickus doesn't crack. I don't know. He's just been fighting very weak mental people. The only time John Jones has kids, guys, yeah, gay people can have kids. You know that? Have you never heard stories about guys who get caught cheating on their wives with dudes? That's like an actual thing that happens more often than you think, probably. Yeah, what's going on? I thought he was married. Yeah, just because you're married doesn't mean you're not gay. Bro's been doing YouTube 2 years now and only has 8 live viewers. Ah, that's tough. Yes, in the closet. Yeah, exactly. He is in the closet, bro. Actually, the oldest video I have, Miller, is actually only 1 year old. So, there you go. It's not 2 years yet, actually. DDP brings Costco guys to give Hamza Chimaev 5 big booms. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. DDP, bro, I even got the Costco guys. Bro, I got the Costco. I don't know how to do a South African accent. Almost 2 years? Almost isn't 2 years, so like a respectable old-fashioned man. Yeah, yes. But you know what? Hey, man. Pretty sure all like the Roman soldiers, they used to be gay, right? I think it was the Roman soldiers. They used to have like, no, it was the Spartans. The Spartans were freaks. Your South African accent's getting more insulting every time you do it. Bro, I think that I brought the Costco. The Romans were also gay a lot. Okay. Current Elkins versus current Ferguson. I mean, how can you go against the damage? We haven't. When was the last time we've seen Ferguson? Who's his last fight? Michael Chiesa was his last fight. He didn't look bad against Michael Chiesa. He really didn't look that bad. But then again, it's Michael Chiesa. But then again, it's Darren Elkins. So I'd probably say Ferguson. If you watch Drickus get taken down, the only issue is he pulls guard. We are way better on the back of our opponent. Chimaev doesn't like guard much. He does pull down to his guard a lot, but I don't think that... I think Chimaev, just because he doesn't play a lot in guard, I think that he can show that he's actually really good in guard and can, transition really well and move through the guard and go for leg locks, or he can go for different things, I think it's going to surprise a lot of people on how good Chimaev's grappling actually is. Like, yes, he does like to take the back and do this, but I think even when he's on top in guard, I think people are going to be surprised. First African gay. But I need to let Chimaev's coach know, yeah. Does anybody know to switch from guard to back? Chimaev does easily. DDP will shoot round 1. His coach already said something along these lines. DDP's not... Bro. If you think Drickus du Plessis is going to shoot a takedown in round 1, you are so lost. Drickus du Plessis, the last thing he wants to do is get close to Chimaev. Drickus is going to shoot? He's not going to shoot. He's not going to shoot. Dog, you know how hard it is going to be to take down Chimaev? It's going to be literally impossible. Actually impossible. Drickus has a better shot of like hiring someone else to come from the ceiling and break down from the top of the building and break up the fight than he does of having a chance of taking down Chimaev. Dag is experienced in bottom full guard with Chimaev. Yeah, true. DDP is going to gas so badly from all the wrestling exchanges. I think so as well. I mean, Darren Till was hurting him bad. Really hurting him bad. He will because Guru ingrained it in Drickus' brain now. Yeah. Dude, Drickus does not like Guru. People forget Chimaev went 0 for 7 takedowns against Ikram. Yeah, but Ikram's a way better wrestler. I don't understand. Ikram's a way better wrestler than Drickus du Plessis. Way better. Way better. Like levels. Best take yet, yeah. Chimaev may have terrible takedown defense. Nobody has tried. Yeah, they have. Burns has tried. Pretty sure Usman has tried before. What's good, Unk? Yo, what's up, man? Thanks, Brother King. His coach Lee said that he's going down anyway. Might as well do it on your own terms. Yeah, but his coach can, lie. Like, I've lied before in my life. I don't know if you've ever lied. I assume that you have lied before. It's not like you have to, do exactly like because just because a coach says something in an interview doesn't mean that. Remember when Conor McGregor said, "Let's wrestle," bro? He did not want to wrestle. Just because he says something doesn't mean that he's gonna do it. Wait, think about how gastric it was going to be in round 3 when he gets there with all that grappling, bro. I know, yeah, 100%, 100%. Dude, I had an Amazon purchase of a Sean O'Malley wig. I do not believe DDP. Yeah, I don't believe. I don't believe anything they say. They also said DDP has also said that he's straight. It's like I don't know. Can't kiss a guy and be like, well, actually I'm straight. It's been recalled. What the fuck is this? DDP is gay too? Yes, he is. Mavzar said he was stand with Volk. I think Mavzar has a better chance of standing with Volk than grappling with Volk. Which might be like, I've never lied before in my life. I've lied every stream I've ever done. I would not believe a word DDP or what his coach says. Dricus will shoot doesn't mean he will take him down. Yeah, Dricus might shoot a takedown once he gets gassed. I think because it's ingrained in Dricus that if it's not working on the feet, he goes for a takedown. Like when Dricus was losing on the feet to Israel Adesanya, Dricus was shooting a takedown, right? So I think it's ingrained in Dricus that if something's not working, switch it up. But once Dricus starts losing the striking battle and he goes to shoot a takedown, he's going to get pancaked. He's going to get reversed. Then John Jones should well be the first and only gay UFC champ. Gay UFC champ? I don't know, man. I've heard Tito Ortiz went to a couple Diddy parties. Hamza would never get taken down. DDP has been gay. Man, where were you? Yeah. Jean Silva Lopez in the works, and I'm hearing Yair Volk too. LOL. You know what, King Terzi? Your source is so incredibly wrong. This is the same guy I always bring up as having the worst information you have ever heard. This guy just blatantly lies, posts it on Twitter, and he says, this fight's in the work, and people believe it every single time. At least said Mavzar needs another win, apparently. I don't think so. What happened to the 4? For what? I need to buy a different clown wig. Are you kidding me? What color do you think Sean O'Malley's wig will be? Red or rainbow? Do you think Sean O'Malley's wig will be rainbow? Because I need to cop a wig to show my support of Sean O'Malley. Holy, this is like a huge wig. No, this is perfect, actually. When Sean O'Malley's fights, it's in 2 weeks. I need this fucking wig, dude. I really need this wig. DDP will be like 15 pounds heavier in the octagon, though. Shit. Nah, 15 pounds heavier in the octagon. Maybe like 10. Maybe 10. But I don't think that matters. I don't think it's gonna be like that huge of a weight disadvantage. I don't think Dricus is that much bigger. I don't think he is. What's the best possible win for Chimaev to shut up the world? Would it be a dominant 4 rounds, smashing and then submitting, or KO round 5? Yeah, I think like a round. I think a round 3 finish would be the best. I think a round 3 finish for Chimaev would be the best possible outcome. You know what I mean? That's what I think. Like a dominant, like a first 2 rounds domination, and then out cardio and Dricus and beat him in the 3rd round via like TKO. DDP reminds me a lot of Tony Ferguson. Keep winning, but kind of look bad and have this mythology built around them until they finally hit a brick wall and get outclassed. Tony versus Oliveira. Yeah. So sorry about saying what I said yesterday. It's all good, bro. Don't be weird as fuck. Dricus is like 225. Chimaev's like 215. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Dricus, yeah. Do you think he walks in the octagon around that much weight? I don't know. I don't think he actually walks in the octagon at that much weight. Just round 1 sub, no damage. Hear me out. Dricus Jones in a car making out, and then car swerves into traffic, and then the belt goes to Hamzat, and the heavyweight belt goes to Tom. Okay. You know what? That is definitely a thought. That's definitely a thought that you had. You know, that's definitely something you said, you know. Jake has 2 great takes today. Who is this guy? I don't know, man. He's new. No, I'm saying out of camp. Oh, out of camp? Yeah, probably. Wait. Decided what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna go ride the rave. Ride the rave. We can change the thumbnail real quick. Little bruh 2x came and apologized. We already forgot. Not gonna lie. Yeah, we kind of did. I kind of forgot. No, I didn't forget. But still. You know. I think DDP is probably 220 in cage. Chimaev is like 200. You only think he's 200? But I feel like, can I have mod, bro? You're funny. Not after what you did yesterday, bro. That's nah, bro. Maybe you can try to, you know, recover a little bit. You think Chimaev's only 200? He's not huge. He really isn't. I still think Chimaev could have made 170. I don't know. I think he could. I think Chimaev could have made 170. Like 30 pounds, I feel like that's what Kamaru Usman's cutting. I feel like that's what Shav cut. I feel like that's what a lot of guys are cutting. What did Shavkat walk into the octagon at? Didn't they do UFC 310? Chimaev's 210 in cage, actually? I don't know. Damn, I was so close to getting mod until I said that shit. 100%, bro. 100%. You were so close. Literally this close. I even said at the beginning of the stream yesterday. Chimaev's small. Watched him in the Whitaker fight. He surely was 10 pounds lighter. Still sub. Him GG. Do you really think he was 10 pounds lighter against Whitaker? He looked just as big as Whitaker. Like, is this really... Do you really think this is 10... Does Chimaev not look bigger?
Vale. Show fit. Eso es muy raro.
Does this redeem it, bro?
Dog. Yeah, you're redeemed. But mod, we'll see about that. But thank you, bro. You don't have to do that. You really don't have to do that, bro. I appreciate that, though, man. I appreciate that, though. I do appreciate that, man. But yeah, bro, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're off the hook. We don't got no You don't got no we're not holding up on it. Alright? Don't worry. You're chill. I'm hoping Jemive's putting on weight. Not that it'll matter, but his haters really overestimate his size. I think Kevin Holland was heavier than him when they fought. Probably pretty similar. But I still think he doesn't look small. He has narrow shoulders, and Chimaev is massive. He's pain. Let it go. I'm crying, bro. Yeah, he looks big, but in the octagon, Whitaker looked massive compared to Hamzat. Whitaker is wide fridge. They have different bodies. He's pretty thick. So maybe it's just the angle. I'll try to look for another picture. Do they have a different picture? Chimaev doesn't look... Let's pull up... I don't know. UFC 310. I swear they did a weight reveal. Did they not? Oh, it was 311. But Yuri Prohaska weighed in the octagon at 208 pounds. Kevin Holland is like 190. Who's weighed in at 185? Zachary Reese was 200. It's not a lot. Hamzat Bekayev 200. There's some guys that really chill around like the 200 area. Reiner de Ritter is 212. And Reiner de Ritter is huge. Yuri's naturally 230. Yuri had the flu at 208. Oh. Whitaker says he's about 225 out of Camp 2. Yeah, Whitaker's talked about moving to 205 because of his size. Show something in the octagon, you'll see what I mean. No, Yuri was sick, throwing up. Okay. If Dricus beats Hamzat, he's already the middleweight GOAT. Dricus wins title defense. The bum Anderson Silva's was beaten. The middleweight GOAT? Middleweight GOAT? No, I don't think so. I don't think Dricus is beating Chimaev. But the thing is, if he beats Chimaev, okay, sure, he's the middleweight GOAT. But he's really not close to being the middleweight GOAT. You know what I mean? Like, hypothetically, he is close, but realistically, he's not close. You were sick, though. Prob drained a lot of water. Oh, really? You was light for that one? You'll have to be brain dead to bet Hamzat. Oh, really? Doubt it. Reiner de Ritter was only 212. Do y'all think he's actually 212 in the octagon? Look. Oh, let me put this bigger. Look, Reiner de Ritter right here, 185. And then event weight was 212. That's not that big. Like, I feel like Chimaev's at least 212, no? Fuck. I don't know. And Reiner de Ritter could be like a 205er. If Hamzat loses, he might retire with his health issues. He might retire. Yeah. He might retire, but he might just never fight again. I don't know if Hamzat would ever like announce that he's retiring. I think he's just like never fight again, like Zabit, you know, just never fight again. Don't actually just retire. Yeah, he beat Adesanya, Whitaker, Strickland, who are all champions. Also Darren Till, and if he beats Hamzat, there's that win. Adesanya, the win against Adesanya. Okay, I understand that. The Whitaker win, okay. The Strickland win, I don't rate it that high. Because Strickland got a title shot off of a bus. You know what I mean? And he fought like a mid Adesanya. So I think if you add context to some of these ones, and let's not forget that when Dricus du Plessis fought Whitaker, Whitaker's teeth were messed up. You know, so it was a little bit of a flukester. Jaden, are any of DDP's last opponents a tough fight for Hamzat? So true. So true. Yeah. Adesanya's an easy fight. Whitaker, an easy fight. Strickland, an easy fight. Darren Till, super easy fight. Cannonier, easy fight. Adesanya, Whitaker, and Strickland are way better than any Anderson wins or title defenses. Okay, 2X, bro. I don't think you understand the level of Anderson Silva's wins. People just hate on Anderson Silva's wins because it's like mainstream to hate on Anderson Silva wins. I think so. I asked Snap AI. I'd say Chimaev probably 205 fight day. 205 fight day? I think 208. I think 208. Bro, but you know what really makes me weird about how much Chimaev weighs? This video right here. Dude, Alexander Gustafsson looks like he could eat Chimaev. Bro, Islam was 170s in the octagon. Bro, he is going to welterweight. He was 180 once he got into the octagon. Roughly 180. But Islam easily walks around at 190. So I think he's probably suffering the same size disadvantage as Chimaev at 185. Me and Jorge are like Drex and Fantasy. Okay, bro. I'm not searching those guys out. It's big if Hamzat is going to finish Jiggers round 1 or 3. Round 1 or 2. Yeah, I want to see a round 3 finish. I know it's old. I know it's really old, but still, look how much bigger Gustafsson is than Chimaev. Like, that is insane. Literally insane. You're telling me like one weight class apart? JDM gonna walk Islam? I think so too. He was 178. I know, that's closer to 180 than 170. Gustafsson also fought at heavyweight too. Yeah, that is true. Hamzat fought at 185, then fought at 170. 10 days later, people forget. Yeah, that is true. That is true. That was like, what, 2020 or 2021? I had a feeling you was live. My heart. What's up, my heart? Bro, why do they look so bad when they're just moving around and slowly tapping each other? That's like light sparring. Especially when there's a weight difference, because Chimaev at that point, the time was video was recorded. Chimaev was at 170 and Gustafsson was at 265 heavyweight, right? So it's like Sean Brady in cage weighs 200. Yeah, he's a girthy guy. Sean Brady weighs 200. Yeah, I don't think that's far off from like. I think Leon is probably 200 when he walks in the cage. I think Usman's 200 when he walks in the cage. Islam gets brutally touched by Jeff Neal. I think Jeff Neal. Yes, that is so true. I think Jeff Neal, dude. Islam's lucky he didn't have to work up the ranks of 170. Because if he was fighting Jeff Neal, bro, I think he would have lost to Jeff Neal, or he would have like, I don't know, Kimura'd him. Islam free money. No, I don't think so. Although, if I were to bet on the Islam JDM fight, I would do 2 bets. I would go Islam first round submission or JDM under 4.5 or JDM decision. What would happen if Nate fought Hamzat? A murder. Probably the first murder in the octagon would have. I'm pretty sure that's why the UFC did not want Hamzat Chimaev to fight Nate Diaz, because they realized this would have been murder. Even when I spar, I do extremely hard sparring. Yeah, there's a difference between hard sparring and like light sparring. There's just 2 different types of things. We're talking about 235 Gus versus 200 Chimaev in that video. Gus is 6'4". Yeah. King Terzi, that's true. He's def bigger now, but it was pretty small when he fought Burns. So he wasn't pretty small when he fought Burns. He was probably just as big as Michel Moraes. But now I think Chimaev has actually put on like some weight. I always see him weightlifting. He's probably eating good right now too. One time I sparred someone way bigger than me, and after nose were bleeding bad, and we had some bruises. Yeah, that's what happens, man. Guys like 6'5". Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of fighters lie about their height just so they can confuse their opponent. You know what I mean? Like, imagine training for a guy who's 6'2", and then turns out he's like, 6'4". Or if you're training for a guy who's like 6'5" and he's 6'3", you're like, okay, well, I was used to punching up here, but now I'm fighting at a different range, Those guys who are short and stocky hold a lot of weight. Burns was 200 as well, fight day. Really? Let's search up if they have anything about Burns Wade in fight day. I don't know. Went out for lunch today. The waitress I had was so hot in the middle of the meal. Jesus. She says, "Why don't you come here more often?" and gives me a wink. I was like, "Damn, oh, it's like that." I got the number, chat. And then the whole restaurant clapped and said, "Thank you for saving my life." Nate would have fraud checked Hamzat. Yeah, you would have guillotined him, buddy. Yeah. Nate Diaz would have guillotined Hamzat. He would have locked in that guillotine. Think Burns was heavier than Chimaev? What? You think Burns was heavier than Chimaev? I doubt that. Your mom doesn't count. I feel like Diaz would have subbed Chimaev. Changed his trajectory. Yeah, totally. Nate Diaz had a war with old man Tony Ferguson. Yo, whose alt is Leon's bald spot? I don't think it's anybody's alt. Feels good to know all this time in the gym and running all these miles, people are noticing. Yeah. UFC 273, see if that is posted for the Burns Chimaev fight, the weights. All right. I don't think so. It's only certain commissions. Let me ask ChatGPT what commissions reveal it. What commissions for UFC reveal what fighters weigh when they step into the octagon? Winner's such a GoPro. What's your favorite restaurant gang? McDonald's. No, I don't know. Nate didn't have a war with Tony. He won the first 3 rounds and then pieced him up and subbed him round 4. Nah, no. California. Only the California one does. Has Chimaev ever fought in California? Has Hamza Chimaev ever fought in California? I got a feeling he'll be 210 versus DDP, which is great weight for him. He's one of the only fighters who seems to understand strength and power trainings. Chimaev has never fought in California, so only... Let's search Gilbert Burns. Has Gilbert Burns ever fought in California? Topuria left his coaches. Is this bad? I think so. When you believe that great things happen to me, great things indeed do. Believe and you will receive. Dag, what do you think of Umar versus O'Malley? That's easy. O'Malley KO. Gilbert Burns hasn't fought in California since 2014. Why do you use one ear? And that's a sign of a certain sexual preference. Are you aware of that? No, I'm not aware of that. I'm not aware of that. I am aware of that. Appreciate it, brother. You're welcome, man. Sean O'Malley, first round KO. I think Umar's good. He could definitely win a fight, but I think it's pretty close to 50-50, and I just trust in Sean O'Malley's destiny a little bit. I think that's one of the fights where it's like 50-50, and you got to go on who is it meant to be? Who has God chosen? I think God has chosen Sean O'Malley. Where's sparring footage? Dude, the guy I was supposed to be sparring, bro, he hasn't hit me up. I told him we have a location where we got at a boxing gym. O'Malley for the character arc? I think so too. I think people are going to go from liking Sean O'Malley to hating Sean O'Malley to liking him again, and I think that's what's going to happen. I think but I don't think Umar ever gets a title shot. I think Sean O'Malley's going to become champ. You know, I don't think Umar's going to get another title shot. I think there's so many contenders that he needs to fight. And I think a lot of them have a good chance of beating him, especially the ones that are underrated. I think Son Yadong beats Umar. I don't really follow anyone anymore because they all hate Chimaev, and so I need content to watch. Marab is so goated. Nah, he's pretty mid. Pretty mid. Marab might strip Sean, man. Strip? Of what? He already lost his belt. Can't strip a man twice of his belt. You can, but not right now. Hamza Borg Shamaev superfan. You want to know a clip I want to show you, bro? You want to know a clip I want to show you? I need you to make I need you to reenact it, not reenact it, but remake it, and maybe add your own flair to it. I gotta switch my account. Hamza Chimaev superfan, bro. This is what I was looking at. You could do
Wanted
something
to get
about
your
this.
thoughts on Dricus as a champion, his run so far, and what do you make of his grappling?
What do you think, guys? How I done with this guy, Rob? How he done? Rob took him down. So Rob took him down. So there is salam alaikum.
And then at the end, you do like what the fuck? Hamza Chimaev is easily the most Okay, I get it. And then at the end, do like a compilation of like Chimaev like beating up guys. I think that's a good idea to do. Do you want me to clip you talking about Chimaev? Add some edits. Yeah. That'd be fire. That'd be fire. Yeah. That'd be fire. Do something. Yeah, like me bigging up Chimaev. Me talking about the disrespect from Chimaev. You can look to my last like 2 videos where I talk about Chimaev, bro, and how crazy good he is, right? And how underrated he is. And then from there you can turn it into like an edit, bro. That'd be dope. That'd be dope as hell. Never fight on the cement. Not gonna lie. Fight on grass or a ring if you have a gym. Yeah, I know it. A gym. Yeah. Yeah, the last 2 were all about Chimaev. Respect the self-love to do the 1 ear thing. Most would try to hide their sexual preference. Hats off for owning it. Most people would hide. Yeah, nice one, dude. Nice one. Yeah. Nice one. Very funny. Yuri vs. Uncle Live. He was offered but turned it down for exams, apparently. Yeah, I saw that. I fought someone at the park and was fighting on the cement, not the grass, and I fell on my back, hit my head, and I got cut. Yeah, I know. Dumb as hell. Yeah, Yuri does have exams. He's literally posted on his Instagram what exams he has. Like, I think some of them was like criminology. One of them was one of his classes was the effects of training at altitude. This is the time to go heavy Hamzat since fight is 3 months out. Yeah, I know. I'm going heavy Hamzat and I'm going heavy Sean O'Malley, and then I'm gonna go not too heavy on Max Holloway. But I'm probably gonna go pretty leaning into the Max Holloway stuff. But I'm going heavy O'Malley and heavy Hamzat. Dag, I want to see you box though. Like IDK, if you could send me a shadow boxing or something, I'd send y'all a shadow boxing something. But I send it to you personally just because I wouldn't want to show it to other people. You know what I mean? Like I just would. But I'm trying to get it organized. I'm trying to genuinely shadow boxing, not shadow boxing. I'd spar somebody and send it to you. But yeah, I some guy hit me up and he's like, yo, I want to spar you, bro. And I said, okay. I gave him the name of the boxing gym. And he's like, okay. And then I said, when you want to go? And he just hasn't replied yet. So I'm waiting for him. DDP RDR after DDP gets mauled. But I don't think RDR beats Whitaker. So it might be one of those unfortunate situations where the timelines, the schedules never actually fully align, you know? It's the best fight of the year. Yeah, it's probably one of the best fights of the year. How do you like Sean O'Malley more than Holloway, dog? That's so casual. What? Sean O'Malley's the most entertaining striker in all of the UFC. He is. The way he throw techniques, the way he understands distance, the KO power he has, the way he's setting up shots. No one else is doing that. Not Pereira. Not Adesanya, not Strickland, not DDP. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's fighting. Not JDM. Nobody's fighting at the level of striking Sean O'Malley is. Why does Paddy want to wait till October to fight? Might be dealing with some injuries. Off to the gym again. The clock has struck noon. I'm very punctual. If you're not 10 minutes early, you're late in my books. Have a great day, chat. Yeah, see you, bro. Bro wouldn't want to show it to other people because he's embarrassed. Nah, okay. I'll okay. Well, if I have it, I'll think about showing it to y'all. I'll think about showing it to y'all. Bro's about to look like death sentence. I'm not, bro. Are you kidding me? I'm not looking like death sentence. Ain't no way I'm looking like death sentence. Are you kidding me? No way in hell am I looking like death sentence. If anything, I'm looking like White Wolf. No, I'm kidding. I'm looking like DJ. DJ as in Demetrius Johansson. That's Demetrius Johnson's clone who they made with Down syndrome. Let's go hard spar. Yeah, Ontario. Okay, Ontario. As if Ontario isn't the size of Spain and France combined. RDR losing to Rob? I think so as well. I don't see Rob doing well in his next fight. I don't know, gang. No, I think, dude, people say that all the time. People have doubted Whitaker. Like, when Whitaker lost to Adesanya, people were saying Till was going to beat him. People were saying, Cannonier was going to beat him. People were saying that after he lost to Dricus du Plessis, that Paulo Costa was going to chin him. And that Ikram was going to chin him. And then he always turns around. He just loses to some of the best guys in the division. And that's that. Holloway's more entertaining than O'Malley, dog. That's the biggest lie I've ever heard. Let's be honest. Holloway versus Gaethje, the first four rounds and 4 minutes were mid. Sudbury. Close. What's up, Shotty? What's up, man? Nah, show me, bro. You know I wouldn't do you like that, man. I'd show you. If you ever moved to the United States, which state would you want to live in? Arizona. I would want to live in Arizona, train with O'Malley. Or I would probably do state. I'm going to Arizona or Florida. Remember when Whitaker was the nightmare matchup for Chimaev right until he got dominated? Yeah, that is so true. I remember before the Whitaker-Chimaev fight, this was the narrative. Dude, Whitaker was stuffing Yoel Romero's takedowns. Remember when Whitaker was stuffing Yoel Romero's takedowns? And Yoel Romero is a Olympic wrestler. So if you can stuff an Olympic wrestler's takedowns, you'll be able to stuff Chimaev's takedowns. Rob is going to take him to deep waters, and Chimaev has no cardio. Oh, look what we have now. We got a title shot inbound for us. Rob always loses his big fight when he wins his bounce back fights. Yeah. Little Jits actually trying to link up a Dag. Hey, let's barf fam hard. I'm 14 and beat you. Yeah. Big beefy Whitaker. Yeah. Let's be honest, Rob beats Hamzat in the rematch. Let's be honest. Yeah. Let's be honest. Right when I turn 18, I'm going to be famous. Oh my gosh. Bro, why do you only talk about the Bop House and Kalagras sisters, bro? You got to spend less time gooning, more time working hard. Okay? Stop fantasizing, bro. Why do you have to wait till you turn 18? You know what I mean? Start doing something now. Why are you waiting till 18, bro? What's so mythical about 18? Nothing's mythical about 18. You when you turn 18, you're going to feel 17. Rob got overconfident beating Ikram. I don't think so at all. I think Rob understood what he had in front of him. It's just we are such high level fighters. You know, we are such a high level fighter that when we're fighting guys that are good like Whitaker, you know, there's levels, you know. Your word's gonna be used against you dangerously. What? Bro, just because what? I said he's 14. And that you shouldn't wait till 18 to do something. Bro, shut up, Hackle, bro. Don't even try to make it weird, bro. All I'm saying is, don't ever tell yourself, once this happens, then I'm going to do something. You should always look at it like, I'm just going to do it and work my hardest. Don't procrastinate. Procrastination's... Sorry, Daggles. Yeah, you better be bad. I'm not waiting. I'm going to start making videos now and become famous. The thing is, my parents won't let me move out until I turn 18. Bro, why didn't... You don't have... Okay, there you go. Ikram is so buns. He had Kadyrov paying off Andre Meniz. Bro, he literally... Nah. Even though I'm pretty sure Ikram, the Dagestan and Chechnya have really bad relationships. So I initially said that Kadyrov was paying off Andre Muniz. I don't think he was, because I don't think they have good relationships. So I don't know who. Maybe it's the I don't want to say. The ghost of Kiev was over there. Hit Andre Muniz. Who is the most dangerous man in Dagestan? Ramzan Kadyrov. Okay. Okay. Well, maybe it was the Ukrainian. No. GSP is a real UFC GOAT. Hamzat life such a war, bro. Yeah, it's truly inspirational. Hamzat's life was one of the most inspirational stories I've ever seen. Sam Hyde is most dangerous man. Yeah, that's why I said the ghost of Kiev, bro. He paid off Andre Muniz. People forget. Samuel Hyde paid off Andre Muniz to lose to Ikram because he needs the Dagestanis to win. Winner makes more money than James Dillon. Hamzat a soft light compared to Arman. I don't think so. Yo, you're a waste, shoot, fam. I don't think bro. What was Arman's life? Arman's life, his parents fled from Georgia to Georgia. Y'all wish anyone here does, bud. Y'all wish anybody here does. Bro, why y'all beefing? What do y'all got going on? But there really isn't anything going on, right? Like there's really nothing going on. Oh, Ilya Topuria's coach left. Arman's family was barely making $30 million a year. Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot Arman was actually rich as fuck. Let's see what James Lynch has to say. Y'all want to watch the James Lynch thing with me? Let's watch it. Got big bread. We're not on the same tax bracket. Yeah.
Not working with his longtime coaches anymore ahead of his title fight against Charles Oliveira at UFC 317. In this video, I'm going to talk about why this isn't that big of a deal, guys, and people are freaking out for absolutely no reason if you actually dig a little bit deeper, and that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. My name is James Lynch, so you see it there. Topuria brothers part way with longtime coaches. You can see it there. There was some talk on social media about this already, but if you actually dig a little bit deeper, and this is why you got to be following Alvaro Colombanero. This is the guy that was on the Ilya Topuria news from the get-go. He basically called that Topuria was going to be on UFC 317. You got to be following him, guys. If you're not, you're really missing out here. So he actually made a little mini thread on this, and this gives a bit more clarity as to why Topuria is not working with his coaches anymore. So he says that both parties live in different cities, and their multiple professional projects prevent them from collaborating in the same way they have always done. It was incompatible that Ilya lived in Madrid, and the coaches, with many more students, were in Alicante. I hope I'm saying that right. For quite some time, Ilya's work team was formed by his own brother, Alex, Javi Clement, not related to the Clement brothers, and he had added Manny Taven-E and Mateus Ribeiro. Apologies if I'm butchering this, guys. I'm just reading this for the first time. To his team. The separation was already intact, but unofficial. I had people this morning in my live chat being like, he's pulling him a Greg.
So gay. Oh. This is the most inspirational fighter in the UFC. Hamzat hatred is so confusing. Yeah. Remember to switch. Okay.
He's getting rid of coaches. Like, this is terrible news. Like, it looks like this is just a better situation for Topuria going into this fight. If there's going to be travel issues with his coaches, I don't think it's a huge deal. Should there be any concern about this? Yeah, a little bit.
So
but
annoying.
I don't think this is as big as people are making it out to be. Topuria was already going to do this anyways. There was also talk here from Alvaro. I don't know where the tweet is exactly, but you know, people are making it out like there was some bad split. No, there was no bad split. It was just a logistical thing. This is going to make it easier for Topuria to prepare for his fight against Charles Oliveira. So we'll see if this camp pays off or not. But just wanted to make a video on this because I've seen a lot of people kind of think that, oh, now Oliveira's going to win, and all these, you know, crazy takes about him.
Oliveira's gonna win just because the coach left
switching
him.
up his coaching. I mean, it's not ideal, but I don't think this is going to be a huge reason or area of concern for Topuria going into this fight with Charles Oliveira.
I'm not the Orlando Brown of MMA YT, bro. How am I? Okay.
Here, clear as day. It was more a logistical thing. There was no bad blood. I mean, if there was bad blood, if he had split with his coach and there were some issues going into this fight, then yeah, that's totally fair. But this is why you got to, you know, dig a little bit deeper here as far as the reasoning. Because again, you read this here, people are going, oh no, they're splitting with their coaches. But yeah, Topuria brothers conveyed their gratitude to the former coaches through Marca. Marca's an outlet.
Okay, interesting. Is it that interesting? Really? I mean, I feel like we're just desperate for something interesting to be happening. You know, like this guy's splitting from his coach, like big whoop. You literally just, nah, no, I don't think I'm the, no, I don't, yeah, no, I don't think so. The way Dag plays with his mic is very Orlando Brown-like. Yeah, but that's just one thing, bro. Interesting. Titano, stop. I don't understand. Are you like, what? What's going on? We all knew the images. Bro, what? Dag looks straight into the camera? No. No electronic pencils out, eyes on your own paper? Bro, what are you guys talking about, bro? Bro, I'm so lost sometimes with y'all. So lost sometimes. But it is what it is. Fight promo. Do we watch the fight promo? Malik 2. Sean, no. Nothing going on, man. Nothing going on. We need something to go on. There's got to be something, bro. Let me chill for once. I've been out here in Thailand enjoying life. Okay, let's see what DC and Chael have to say, man.
Islam went up, not out of
Call it another YouTuber start beef? Yeah, who do I start beef with?
courage. Islam did not go up out of adding hardware to put on his mantle. He went up with one condition, which is I don't have to fight Blahal Muhammad. Now, he can sit around and say, I could beat Blahal, and I wouldn't go up and beat Blahal because I can beat Blahal. The bottom line is you entered a division openly that you said you wouldn't face one of the top guys. That's not a sign of courage.
I found a picture of me with a high school graduation, his full name, the city he lives, the school he went to.
That's a sign of cowardice.
Okay. I didn't graduate, bro. Nice try.
I don't love the idea. You have an undefeated. Make sure you understand what happened. I know this is your friend, DC. I think of Islam as my friend too. But let's think of what happened. You have an undefeated, #1 ranked world champion who's chasing you down. He is willing to leave his division behind. He's willing to walk away from his belt to chase you down. You,
of course, Dag didn't graduate.
are so interested in getting away from this guy that you not only leave your belt, you leave your division, and the whole thing is only contingent that you don't have
no such. I didn't have a problem. I need to pay attention to what these guys are saying.
adding hardware to put on his mantle. He went up with one condition, which is I don't have to fight Blahal Muhammad. Now, he can sit around and say, I could beat Blahal, and I wouldn't go up and beat Blahal because I can beat Blahal. The bottom line is you entered a division openly that you said you wouldn't face one of the top guys. That's not a sign of courage. That's a sign of cowardice. I don't love the idea. You have an undefeated. Make sure you understand what happened. I know this is your friend, DC. I think of Islam as my friend too. But let's think of what happened. You have an undefeated, #1 ranked world champion who's chasing you down. He is willing to leave his division behind. He's willing to walk away from his belt to chase you down. You are so interested in getting away from this guy that you not only leave your belt, you leave your division, and the whole thing is only contingent that you don't have to fight Islam. Not for nothing. This is not the way champions conduct themselves. Islam went up, not
Interesting. I mean, is he? I think Chael's son is a little bit, off. Can Chael tone it down, bro? I know, right? He's so aggressive sometimes, man. Sometimes he's just so aggressive. Bro, what? Send Jones, Tyler, 2-3 years. Forget grown man yelling at us. Chael's such a troll. It was funny for a few years. Watch Chael trying to pronounce fighters' names. Nah, I know he always messes it up. Jiri Protachkala. There's one he always gets wrong. I think it's Yuri always gets wrong. I wonder what happened if I... Prokayev. Yeah, Prokayev. Never found Chael funny. He's kind of corny. Chael had like one of the craziest streaks, I feel. I feel like Chael definitely had like one of the crazier streaks where like he just got popular on YouTube for like a little bit. Let's see. Anything interesting? Gamrot says why he dislikes Patty. Interesting technique here. Oh my gosh, that is so true. Let's take a look at Islam Makhachev's. Let's see how technical. Yo, Dag, why you not read that? Because it's so long. It's a paragraph. Y'all don't have the same high T levels as Sonnen. He's talking calmly. If you have too much testosterone, does it turn into estrogen? No. If you have too much, it doesn't. Nah. Look at this technique we're seeing from Islam here. Ready? Look at this precise striking we're gonna be seeing on display against JDM, literally the best striker in the division. He goes for a 2 to the body, goes for a headbutt to the chest, and wings an overhand to the back of Moicano. Is this really our guy? I feel like Islam is... I don't know. Why is his striking so sloppy? Is this really our guy? Is this the guy that's purported to beat JDM, the best striker? A 2 to the body that misses, a headbutt to the chest, and a tappy tap to the back? An actual pat to the back? Is this really who we think is going to beat JDM? And then he slips over? I don't know. I don't think this is the guy to beat JDM. But we'll see, man.
Posso bem sou, não cessa do fim de semana.
That's pretty funny. Stop with the brain rot. That's pretty funny. No, do you find that funny? I find that pretty hilarious. I find that funny. I don't know why, but there isn't anything going on, man. There literally isn't anything going on. Like, what is there really to talk about, bro? There's not anything going on. Let's watch Sean Strickland DDP 1 and rescore. Watch MMA say. No, this guy's going over, like, just the most random things about Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira. Like, this guy's going in full depth. He's going down the rabbit hole. Gru said he doesn't like music, proceeds to hum music for 3 hours. Streams. Yeah, I know. 2X wants you to get copyrighted. Yeah, I know. There generally isn't anything to talk about, not gonna lie. I know, right? Benil Dariush says he would have beaten Makhachev on short notice. He won't get copyrighted. It's on YouTube. That's not how that works. Does Benil Dariush beat Islam Makhachev? No, I don't think so. Sure. On paper, everyone says Dricus. On paper, everybody beats Dricus. The problem is Dricus can't read. That's such an amazing quote. Like, that's such a dog shit quote, let's be honest. Doritos is legit irrelevant. He will lose again and again. Yeah, I know. KO'd by Charles Oliveira. KO'd by Arman Sarukian. Like, come on. Chepe Mariscal? What about him? He wants to fight at 319? Okay, that's fair. He's not bad. He's on a pretty decent win streak. I don't know who he would fight. But he could definitely be on our prelims for sure. Imagine having to pay the bills and taxes, and when I have to pay bills tax, I'm gonna find loopholes to get out of paying them and not pay them. Okay, cool. Everyone's kind of just talking about Jones, but Jones news gets old fast. Not gonna lie, this man queen drama stopped getting interesting after he beat Stipe. Yeah, I know. It really is. It's every week it's just John Jones. It's so dull at this point. It's so dull. You saved me from this weird song I found myself listening to. I looked up and like, hey, Dag's life, it almost curtains. What song? John Jones. Oh, let's watch this. I see this. Let's watch this. Gassed, quote unquote. Hamza Chimaev taking down near 100% takedown defense. Usman in the third round.
Is it you have to win that fight or wow, Chimaev's in a double leg here.
Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. I'm caffeine maxing right now. Oh, dope. What's your real name? Lincoln. No, Mason. The Argentinian elections ensued. Who do you think will win? I think the guy who's the best, I think he will definitely win, for sure. Michael Morales is calling for a fight against Ian Gary. That's fair. Why'd I actually use my mod? Bro, because you're never here, YPN. What do you mean? Ian Gary 5-0's Morales? Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know because has Morales proved he's good? I don't think. Pratas chins Morales? No, I think that's a really close fight. It had a cool cover, so I clicked it, and then I was like, it's called... What do you get some strange content on? I have exams soon, bro. Okay, then after exams, we'll see if you get mod back, bro. It is what it is, hey, man. This game ain't for This game ain't for ain't for lazies. That's what's true. I know the song "Static" by Steve Lacy. I like that song. Think you're such a traitor. Remember who was here for those empty streams? I'm hungry, but there's only great loot. You forgot about your day ones, bro. Slimed his day ones. Bro, I didn't slime my day ones. Why am I don't need you as a mod if you're not gonna be here to mod, bro. I'd say so. I thought it was overrated. Put him Prates. Told you YBN, he'd forget. I'm not forgetting. YBN, it's in your name. You ain't no mod, boy. Dang, bro. Dag, you have to do that. Do you have like that one good friendship in your life? Yeah, I do. I got plenty of friends, bro. It's just guy friends. You know how guy friends are. You know what I mean? Like I don't need to be. I could not see you for a whole year. You could still be my boy. You know what I mean? So that's just how it is. I have friends. I just don't be seeing them often, like at all, really ever. Bro, Morales, he just hasn't proven anything. He needs to fight someone who wants to be in a fight with him. You know what I mean? Like, Ian Gary's been in a fight with Shavkat, where Shavkat wanted to win. Morales hasn't been in a fight where he's gotten, you know, where someone says that, where someone actually wants to fight him. You're acting like you got limited mod wrenches. I do have limited mod wrenches, bro. I do, because it doesn't look good if everybody's got a blue name, okay? It ruins the aesthetics a little bit. And I'm a man for aesthetics. I'm going to say is I'm here more often than a lot of your mods, just saying. Would you take a bullet for your day one? I would definitely cry for sure if they died. They got shot. Got plenty of friends. Yeah, sure, buddy. Men and women can't be friends, lol. Yeah, I agree. They can be acquaintances, though. Like situational acquaintances. You have that one homeboy? Yeah, I got like that one homeboy. Yeah. They're still my friends, guys. We never met, though. Hate to break it to you, bud. Yeah, they just go to different schools. Bro's not taking a bullet for his homeboy. Would you take a bullet for your homeboy? Bro, I'm not taking a bullet for my homeboy. I'm sorry. I'm not taking a bullet for my homeboy. Why would I take a bullet for my homeboy? Darth Vader. Genuinely, yes. Really? Okay, interesting. What? My friend stopped being friends with me because I didn't give him my PS5 when he asked. Hey, man, that is what it is, bro. That's what friends do. But I just made an argument with my homeboy that we'd be homeboys in another life or universe. That is the cringiest thing. But are you gay? I think it's a South African thing. There's got to be a South African thing, bro. Because ain't no way. Hackle got interdimensional friends is generally not... yeah. Damn, gay. You don't get how deep it goes? Ah, shit. You type to push your friend in front of the bullet? I'm not pushing my friend in front of the bullet. But all I'm going to say is I definitely would I might. How deep does it go? Yeah, Hackle, how deep does it go, buddy? Damn. Dag is an Artem Lobov type of friend. I'm not a no. Dag pulling the trigger. Yeah, true. Dag is an Artem Lobov type of friend. No, I wouldn't. No, because no. Maybe. This guy showing his homeboy into the bus, bro. Nah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't purposely kill my homeboy, but if it's between me and him, it ain't gonna be me. My friend did it with my girl, so I did it with his mom. Nice, dude. That's alpha. James Jones also have interdimensional friends as well. Yeah, they tell you they're interdimensional friends that whisper in your ears to tell you to commit crimes. That encourages Russians roulette to his homeboys. Nah, Johnny said nah. I wouldn't do that in the most murderous way. Titano pissed me off, bro. Like, he literally pissed me off. You killed your homeboy Juice? I didn't kill Juice, bro. Juice killed me when he died. Weird ass sentence. Homeboys, I want femboys. Oh my gosh, Uncle Fester's not green, bro. Holy TikTok list. Are you tapped into the Juice unreleased? Nah. We only DM'd. He didn't really. He used to send me all of his unreleased stuff, so I listened to it. If we ain't talking femboys, I don't want to talk. Bro, I generally have to fire. I have fire for you then. I've been tapped in for years. Damn, Dag, the type of upcoming rapper to sacrifice his day one for his claim to fame, power, richness. Bro, are you kidding me? Would y'all not do that? Okay, what's like the most you'd sacrifice to get like everything you ever wanted? Ah, there we go. There we go. Ah, thank you, Uncle Fester, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. I pressured you. I feel pressure. I feel like I pressured you into doing that. But thank you. I appreciate that one. There's a little snake in the grass, yeah? Oh, there's a little snake in the grass. Oh, there's a little snake in the grass. What's up? What's up, little boy? You lost? Lost? I'm not lost. When are we going to Thailand? Bro, I'm going to go to Thailand soon. Maybe. I don't know. I would go to Thailand. Buckley, Usman? Who do y'all think win? Who do y'all think win? Let's get a poll going. You're the type of guy I hate. You fake claim like in femboys. You fake partial. Holy. It ain't that deep. Not as deep as your homeboys are? Oh my gosh. Buckley, second round TKO. Really? Yo, Uncle Fester, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you, bro. That's usually how it is. Colby Covington, my favorite fighter, and he got robbed. He didn't get robbed against Usman. He got finished in the first fight and then beaten in the second fight. Fake fam. I got you, big bro. Interesting. Let's see. Come is real man's fighter, unlike your little rainbow hair. Colby Covington, bro. This guy refuses to fight anybody. Okay, interesting. Maybe I could do that. Usman will show Buckley the Nigerian Demons. Yeah. Usman's washed. I think it's time's over. He should go to middleweight. Why do you think Usman's washed? I don't think there's been a fight to show that Usman's washed. I think after this fight, we'll be able to tell if Usman's washed or not. Even if Usman wins, you'll be able to tell if he's washed or not. Like he could still win and be washed, you know? And he can lose and not be washed. Komentani is in the closet, bro. I'm calling it. No, I don't think so. What's with the eyes, bro? Usman's getting slaughtered at middleweight. I mean, he will be. You think he'll be washed? Bro, how does Kenny Okoye have so many likes? You have a feeling my tummy is telling me something? Kenny Okoye has got a lot of fans, bro. Usman needs to retire. Nah, why do you like watching Kenny? I'm using them to look at James Dillon. Okay, well, you should have specified that. Aye. It's only fun to watch Kenny when he gets proven wrong or destroyed in UFC 5. Yeah, the only time I like to watch Kenny is when Kenny rages after he gets his pick wrong. Like unless it's like Kamaru Usman or Israel Adesanya fighting and he genuinely like Usman now or Usman then. Usman when he fought Chimaev is the best Usman that's ever fought before. Let me in chat. Hackle always defending femboys. What a real G. Does Izzy have a fight booked? No, not yet. Probably gonna be Sean. Yeah, Izzy Sean. Yeah, the only time I like Kenny is when James Dillon run. Bro, why? What's wrong with Douglas's pet? What's that? Correct, and Tino's generally cool, yeah. I look, you think Izzy beat Sean this time? I think so too, but I wouldn't be surprised. I think it's going to be a lot closer than the first fight. I think that's undeniable. That's going to be a lot closer than the first fight. But I also still wouldn't be surprised if Sean Strickland won. Dana. What's that about? Like, you know it's bad when MMA Junkie is releasing a video called UFC Fighters Share First Cauliflower Ear Experience and Painful Aftermath. Is that English? No. I don't care why. I'm not saying Sean will lose because he lost last time. It's just because Izzy just wouldn't lose a rematch with Sean. IDK, I just feel like he's a type to not let the rematch go to waste. Okay, that's fair. That's a fair comment. Short notice Strickland is better than full camp Strickland. Dude, finally someone else says this. I've said this so many times. Sean Strickland, short notice, is the best version of Sean Strickland you can get. Because when Sean Strickland has a full camp, he's like, he just does too much. He does too much. Run down. Okay. Sorry, always something going on where he has a full camp. Bro, it's like full camp. When he fought a Mavov and Izzy, those were short notice fights, so it's like, you know. This is when he does his best. You don't know the song? I don't know the song. What is it? This song? Run meme. You're talking about the run. Da, na, 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 na. That one? Okay, you're funny. When I mentioned him, did James call him? It's called the run meme? Bro, you're like 6 years behind, bro. I just got here. Yeah, not much going on. Not much going on. Has I ever done a Drickus and Chimaev face-off? Fam uncultured? I'm not uncultured, bro. It just that is the most vague definition of that thing, you know? Made a joke or something? I'm still upset about Izzy losing to Sean, not gonna lie, because Sean didn't do anything with the win. So it's like, Izzy, come on, bro. Like I was rooting for Sean. Really? I kind of knew Sean Strickland would have some success, but I didn't know he was gonna have success to the level that he had success. Dag, explain why Hamzat's the GOAT. Explain us why Hamzat's the GOAT. I mean, if he beats Drickus, he's probably like 1 win away from becoming the GOAT. I can explain why he's the best, but about being the best of all time, I mean, come on. Hamzat already beat the second best welterweight of all time, Kamaru Usman, former champion. He's already beaten Robert Whittaker, former champion. If he beats Drickus du Plessis, who's, you know, really good resume, then I think he's 1 win away. If he beats if he beats like a Sean Strickland, a Kyle Barajo, or even a Adesanya after this one, I think he becomes a GOAT. He's the best easily. What is happening? Not much, no, not much. I'm not a fanboy, sir. Sean's last win was so good, all for nothing. Lost to DDP twice. Did he really lose to DDP? I don't think he really lost to DDP, though. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if he lost to him. He lost to DDP once. LOL, Sean Strickland. That's all I had to say. How did you get the shirt in the back? I ordered it from the Venom website. But the trick is you get a custom one because the Chimaev actual jersey is like $120. So you get the custom one and just type out Chimaev. Who do you think becomes the next GOAT? Greatest of all time, like John Jones level GOAT type stuff? Probably... Next GOAT. If Islam beats JDM, he's the GOAT. Chimaev, if he goes on like a streak and defends 3 times, I think he becomes the GOAT. I don't know. Not many people are up there for GOAT conversations yet. All the champions are like barely any title defenses. You know what I mean? So it's going to be... Not spamming. Stop spamming. It's scoring. Almost forgot to like the stream with my... Okay, thank you, bro. I just had a vision. What's up, Diego Lopez fan? Long time no see, brother. So I had a vision 332, Chimaev versus Hernandez. You're hilarious, bro. You think Fluffy gets a title shot? I don't even think Fluffy's good enough to beat Adesanya. Adesanya beats Fluffy. Strickland beats Fluffy. I mean, if you're losing to Kevin Holland, I don't care at what point in your career or what point in Kevin Holland's career you're at. If you're losing to Kevin Holland, point blank period, bro, you ain't that guy. You're just not that guy. What do you think about the Guru? He's funny. I don't know. I think he's funny. I like watching his stuff. It keeps me occupied. The thing about Guru, bro, he's consistent, right? And it's like that's good because sometimes I run out of things to watch and I want to listen to someone talk about something that I'm interested in. So he's always doing something, and he's pretty entertaining. He gets political, which is just like pretty boring for me. I just it's not that I don't like getting political. It's just like it's boring as fuck. I feel. Holy casual, Fluffy beats Strickland and Izzy? No, he does not. Fluffy's so overrated. How are you getting KO'd by Kevin Holland? Is the four best and middleweight are Fluffy? Oh my gosh. Fluffy, Baralho, Dricus, Chimaev. Oh Jesus, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Fluffy Hernandez, the guy who went to war with Brendan Allen. Are you talking about the Fluffy who went to war with Brendan Allen? Kevin Holland's underrated, at least welterweight he is. He's too strong from middleweight. Yeah, I agree at welterweight he's underrated. Hernandez versus Kyle is close. Hernandez just thugs out. No. Kyle destroys Hernandez. 1-2 down the pipe. Very funny dude. Just don't take him seriously. Yeah, that's true. Kamaru. Bro, I was generally so upset when Izzy was submitted to DDP because, bro, when I say, hey, DDP, and just want to see him lose, I'm not even joking. I generally get emotional knowing the chances of it. I was pretty mad, too. When he submitted him. If Hernandez tightens up the defense, improves his footwork on the feet, he's a problem. He's too hittable right now. Obviously, he can push a pace. Yeah, but I don't even think pushing a pace at middleweight is like mid. When you got guys like Chimaev, when you got guys like us where we can, we can take you out of there in one round, that doesn't matter how long you can fight for. Politics aren't boring, you're just immaturely. Was that like did you spell immature on purpose? Hako tell him, fam. Calling him little rodent, nice work. All I have is Chimaev to beat DDP, that's it. Kamaru Uwu Usman. Kamaru Usman. Nice one. I could see Kamaru Usman being in like a movie or something, or like voicing a female anime character. I could see it. Being like a girl in like an anime, like a cute Japanese girl in an anime. Fluffy versus Allen wasn't close. Allen won the first round, but Fluffy dominated 2 and 3. No, at the end of two. I think it was the end of 2, right? He reversed positions and beat him up. I was generally so upset, bro. I remember my ranting to my family. No, that's bad. But Brendan Allen is all in. People forget, man. Gash Chimaev took down Usman in round 3. Brendan Allen is legit dog water. He's not that bad, okay? Brendan Allen's not bad. I want to destroy Hamzat. Bad cardio narrative. I feel like Hamzat go 5 rounds with DDP. DDP will be more tired guy. Everybody trained with Chimaev says he doesn't get tired. I agree. Muhammad. Oh, it's Momen Ahmed. I've never heard that name before. But yeah, I agree. I mean, the cardio issue needs to be debunked ASAP. And I feel like I'm playing a huge part in debunking that myth. Kamar Uwu Usman is goated. Yeah. If Hernandez versus Allen was 5 rounds, it would have gone close. It wouldn't have been close. Nah. Stop trying to bring up fights that don't happen. If this fight was longer, if this happened, bro, who cares? Who cares if it was longer? I don't care how to explain it because you don't get it, bro. I hate DDP. He's everything I see is pathetic in a fighter. He is what I hate about combat sports. I have no respect for him to an extent. Also, Brendan Allen had a close fight with a Mavov. That is true. That is clue. Brendan Allen could have won against a Mavov if he wasn't goofing around. Brendan Allen could have beaten Hernandez if he wasn't goofing around. Brendan Allen was piecing up Hernandez on the feet. Do y'all remember him piecing up? Read what I said about DDP. I did. How come you hate Derek Brunson too, huh? Nah. How come we don't hate anybody? Hate is a very strong word. Yeah, it's hard to pronounce my name because it has a letter that doesn't exist in English. Oh. Explain more why I hate him. No, that's false. My goat dominate Allen. Bro, on the feet, Brendan. No. If you're getting tuned up on the feet by Brendan Allen, why do you hate DDP so much? Oh, Jesus. Bro. Jake, you shouldn't have ever have asked. This guy's from South Africa and he's a DDP hater, which is crazy. Is it not? It's not crazy. I did be so much. Same for this country. Same for do. Oh my gosh. What color? Whoa. Muhammad. Diego Lopez fan. He's mixed, bro. Hernandez hit him with an eye punch where he could have gotten momentum off that or even finished Allen, but Allen called eye poke, got time to recover, then right after Allen hit Hernandez in the eye. Nah, stop it. Craig also smoked on the feet by Allen, and Craig beat Unk, so technically Hernandez only lost against world champion level striking. That is the most like insane thing you could think of. Craig got smoked on the feet by Allen. Allen submitted Craig, and Craig submitted Ankalaev. So if anything, Hernandez got some next level grappling. But no, that's not true because Allen could have beaten Hernandez. I did it hard to make it's not racist, bro. Muhammad. Cope harder, Dag. Well, I'm not coping. I'm just saying the truth. What was like the best fight in 2022? Every time they were striking, Allen was about to finish Craig. Yeah, I don't remember that fight. I ain't gonna lie. What was y'all's favorite fights? Diego Lopez fan profile picture is fire, bro. Yeah, I know. It's one of my favorite profile pictures, actually. I used to have a picture of Alexa Grasso. If I was honest, Paul Craig subbed now, the light heavyweight champion. Craig lost to Bo, who lost to RDR. RDR's Pereira's daddy. Yes, yeah, that's true. That's true. And Paul Craig lost to Bo. Yeah. Paul Craig. But does that mean that Pereira had a hard fight with Bruno Silva, where literally 90% of people said Bruno Silva beat Pereira, and Silva lost to GM3, who lost to Chimaev. So Pereira couldn't finish. Pereira couldn't KO Silva. GM3 could KO Silva. And Chimaev KO'd GM3. So technically, Chimaev hits harder than Pereira. No one said Silva beat Pereira. Bro, don't we all forget what happened in that fight? Everybody was saying, we all used to say Silva beat Pereira. Goon to massage gun. In the sauna hiding from John Jones fanboy. What's good with it? What's good? The best fight was Yuri Glover. Yuri Glover. That was a good fight. What I'm saying sounds corny as hell, but imagine, bro, becoming the most skilled, talented fighter or grappler, being professional, not being sloppy, having decent cardio. Part 2 Cummings. Pereira Silva wasn't close. Pereira won 30-27. No, we all thought Bruno Silva won. Motherfucker saying this isn't for you, lil bro. Leaves the jokes to chat. All right, buddy. Okay. You've never said a joke that was funny ever. I've never actually laughed at something you've said. Literally ever. I don't think everybody else. We have never laughed at anything you have ever said. Right, guys? Right, guys? We have never laughed at anything you have ever said. Pereira destroyed Bruno 30-27, arguably 30-26. But that's if you're going off flawed scoring criteria. If you were to go off the only scoring criteria that actually matters, which is my scoring criteria, then Bruno Silva would have won. Most beautiful fight was Volk Max 3. I was so happy. It's pathetic. I've laughed. Pedro says never. If DDP beat me in a fight after training my whole life to be clean and professional, who the fuck is Wee Dog? You're a casual virgin. Actually, I'm not a casual. I'm done ranting. Little Vro head streamer. Okay, head I haven't heard head in a long time. When was the last time you heard the word head This has been a while. First UFC event ever watched? No, the first UFC event I ever watched, probably, I'm going to say Islam Moicano. Lil Bro wishes he was Lil Bro. Read everything I said? I'm not going to do that. A few minutes ago, I said you look like you're awkward around women and you don't read me, but honest, is my theory true? Yeah, super true. How many languages do you speak? I speak 3. English, French, and Cantonese, and a little bit of Vietnamese in there. They just want veiny. You're uncultured? I'm not uncultured. I'm not uncultured, bro. It's if you think I'm uncultured, it's curtains, bro. It's curtains. Prove it. He speaks. Prove what? Diego Lopez fan. So what do you want me to prove? Grandman reminiscing about hearing the head bro. Seriously, head and simp. I haven't heard that in a long time. Well, I've heard simp more often, but head bro. Look at this ugly head Like that was like say something in French, bro. Bonjour. Ahaha, comment ça va? Ahaha. That's French, bro. The decipher. I'm not the decipher, bro. I'm not the decipher. What does that even mean? I decipher. I look at a and I'm like, yeah, that's veiny. That's veiny. That's actually veiny. That's black. Yep. That is white, not veiny. Mosaka do. Mon bouteille d'eau. Mon bouteille d'eau. Head is wannabe New York lingo. Yeah. Jit deciphers de. I'm not a jit who deciphers de. I am a jit who talks about real shit. Chat, my dad told me I need to get a J word. I'm only 32. Yeah. How come you can lose those types of blundering, unbalanced DDP styles if they're just insanely girthy and marauder-like? Yeah. Like a Sean Brady could beat. Who are the best? The Did Diddler? No. Okay, too far, bro. You can call me a Did Decipher, but a Did Diddler is too far. That's too far. I think that's completely inappropriate. Completely inappropriate. What is the best fight in 2022, guys? Like, what is the most famous fight you think has ever happened in 2022? Probably Charles Oliveira, Justin Gaethje. Who beat JDM in your opinion? Sean Brady has a good chance. Shavkat has a good chance. Islam Makhachev. Chandler Toney just because of the finish? No. Oliveira versus Islam Makhachev. Oliveira face off. That was a good face off. The Did Decipher. The Did Disciple. If I'm the Did Decipher, if I'm the Did Decipherer, y'all are the Did Disciples. Malian was 2022. That was Islam versus Oliveira card, which was 2022. Because the Justin Gaethje versus Oliveira card was 2022. Speaking of curtains, I'm literally reinstalling some curtains I installed 3 months ago. Oh, bro, you're talking actual curtains. The Did Dictator? Alright, then you're the Did followers, bro. I'll gladly accept the title of Did Disciple. Of course, bro. I need okay, we got a Did Disciple, and I need a key. And then I think Hackle is the Did Analyst. He's the Did Analyst. As a mod, you're pronounced a Did Analyst. You tell me whether it's veiny or not. Yeah, true. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Is this seriously what I'm doing? What is this? Sorry, I just had like a... Drick is pulling mountain is a crafty mood, yeah. You're cooking, bro? Grown man realizes he's a grown-ass man. Yeah, I'm not grown, bro. I'm only 26. I'm not grown. I'm only 26, bro. I still got time. Nah, bro, you're done. You're done. Let's be real. Chat are the superiors here. You are nothing without us. You need us. That is true. That is true. You should do a live stream finally looking for a... Nah, I'm good, bro. Finally looking for a J word? No. Okay, bro. I'm good off that, little bro. We good off that. We do not want Dag to get a... in one of those words. Is this what your life has come to? Yeah, I'm not grown, dude. On his 9th gap year. Yeah, you're hilarious. You're hilarious. 9th gap year. I just want to travel. I just want to be me. Trust me, bro. It's a scam. College is a scam, bro. Guys, let me tell you something you're never gonna hear anywhere else. College is a scam, guys. I hate to break it down to you. Make a poll. Should Dag get a J word? No. Dag lives in the dungeon? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm not. Dag the type of guy to hit up people from his old high school and ask if they're down to party. All right. Not true. The F students are inventors. Yeah. The F students, the A students, they're good at working for a job underneath someone. The F students are inventors. If you actually do a looking for a J word stream, you'll probably get more views. Dag's Dick Credible Dungeon. Okay, it's not an amusement park. We're not looking to make an amusement park here. All this day talk got dag spaces. Bro, you guys are beyond. You guys are lost. You guys are lost in the sauce. But I gotta dip, boys. I gotta dip, boys. I gotta go. I'm not debating, bro. I'm not debating. But a dip on some no, I'm not. I'm not dipping on some. Okay, boys. I gotta go. Thank y'all for being here. It's been your boy Dag MMA signing out. Peace. Go check out the most recent video. I'll have a video up tonight or tomorrow. We'll see. Fam, the dictator of his own dungeon. Shit got him recontemplating. Yeah. All right, peace, boys.